Hey, Coach Hallis here with a quick idea for teachers who are heading back into their school year after the summer. Here in Hopewell High School, we have a 6 week summer break for students and a 5 week summer break for most teachers. So we've had a pretty short summer, and we have students coming back next week. We have open house in 2 days. So I'm finishing up the summer break for myself and heading into the time when students are going to be coming back into the classroom. So, quick idea, something I do every year where as the summer ends, I put together this quick visual thing to print out that gets put on the wall in my classroom. And what I do is I use the things that I read, watched, and games that I played over the summer. And you can do this for any number of things. I think this is a good representation of just things that I've done. In this case, over the last month and a half, a couple of books that I read, the movies and shows that I've watched, and some video games that I've played. So what this does is it just allows, I just put it up in the classroom. I don't take instructional time to point it out and go through it or make it a big lesson or activity. I just put this up in the classroom, and it does several things at once. It allows me personally to reflect on some of the things that I consumed over the summer, and it showcases several things to students. It showcases, one, in my case, that it's okay to like to play video games, but that doesn't mean you can't also watch movies, and that doesn't mean you can't also read books. That it's okay to be a well-rounded person, that if you're one of these people, if you're a video game enthusiast, as many of our kids are, for example, it's okay to still read books. You don't have to, pigeonhole yourself into one thing. So it allows people to see that adults can be well-rounded consumers of different types of media. It can show the diversity of the sort of things that you watch within that and the things that you read and stuff like that. There wasn't a lot of diversity in my summer reading this year. I read two books that were very similar in topic, but other years there is, or in some years, one summer I read like 5 or 6 Michael Crichton books, and there wasn't a lot of diversity in author there, but I was able to show that I'd read things about different stories and things like that. So. But there's an opportunity to show variety. That in this case, there's action movies, a horror movie, a live event, a UFC fight that I watched, and things like that that give insight to the variety of things that you might like. And it probably most importantly creates a conversation piece for you and your students. It gives avenues for them to see the sort of things that you're into, and when students take a look at this, it might be, oh man, you played Elden Ring? I played that this summer. Or, oh, you're into this kind of sport that you watched over the summer. Or, oh, you like that. It just gives opportunities for connections that students might not have recognized. It might not have come up in an organic conversation. They might not realize that, oh, teachers can do stuff like play video games, or teachers might like go to the movies like I do, or that sort of thing, and they still find time to read and things like that. So for you, this might look different. It might look like maybe you have maybe you want to include like board games that you played with your family, or maybe you want to say where you traveled to over the summer, and oh, you went to Nags Head, North Carolina. Yeah, I have family down there. There's all sorts of ways that just this visual thing that you put up in your classroom can connect you to your students in the course of conversation in a way that can get you in to start making relationships with students fast. So I recommend doing this. It only took me like 3 minutes to put this stuff into a Google Doc. I'll print it out, I'll put it up on my classroom wall, and it'll be a conversation piece for students organically. So if you're interested, give it a shot.